Hello, everybody. Today I come at you with an SH Figuarts Spider-Man review. This is supposed to be the new red and blue suit from No Way Home. I don't know if that's the third or second Tom Holland film because I always get the Tom Holland movies confused with the titles. But I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man quite a lot. I like Andrew and Toby just as much. I think they're all great. But that's the actors aren't what this is about. This is about the figure of Peter Parker right here. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Tom's most basic suit from the MCU movies. So let's start off with packaging. He came in this nice plastic tray, which had all his bits and parts in there, and then this nice little. It's a small box, but it's a nice one with some artwork, the logo there, Spider-Man new red and blue suit. It opens from the side, and then you just have some promotional imagery on the back. SH Figuarts, simple style and heroic action, which is a really silly catchphrase. Bandai stuff on there. But the box is nice. I like it. It's very, very well presented. And inside the package, he also includes an instruction sheet for swapping out the hands and parts, including the peg on his back. Shows you a little tool there to, pry the little plastic tab off of his back. And then on the opposite side, it just shows you some stuff about swapping his heads, hands, and webs. The bottom is in Japanese for the most part, so, take that for what you will. So if you do get him, keep in mind there are instructions inside the box. But now that the packaging is out of the way, let's move on to some accessories. So first up on accessories, on his back, he has this little hole on his back that this tiny little piece plugs into. I've removed it. So you just pop that make sure the red is on the bottom. You pop that in, and now his back is complete with the spider logo. You take this tiny little plastic pick here that is included in the box, you just put it in there and you pry it down to pop it out, and it just pops out. You replace that. Stand up. You replace that peg in his back with an included red peg for a stand attachment. I have this on a Xenomorph Big Chap stand by SH Monster Arts. Same company, but still. Since he doesn't have a base, I just went ahead and used one of the two Big Chap bases I have for this stand. And this came separate in the box, of course, but I have it plugged onto the stand. You just plug this into his back, and it gives him a socket to have his stand attached to him. It works quite well. I've already messed with it a couple times, and it's pretty effective. But it has to be facing a certain direction. I don't know how easy it is to see. Oh, that's way too bright. But on the top of this little peg, it's flat. That flat edge needs to be facing up towards his neck. But that works pretty well. There we go. It's tight, but it's effective. I'm going to put this back on the stand now. There we go. And let's get into the rest of his stuff. So, first up, or well, third up, I guess, he includes a very long web with a hook on the end of it for him to grab onto with one of the two included gripping hands. It has a hook on this end and a simple little peg on this end, which I assume fits into one of the hands. I haven't tried yet, but I will in a moment. These are pretty flimsy and flexible. They're clear plastic. They look good for webbing. But this has two grips on it, so he can hold it from either end, as far as I know. The webs look good. He includes this medium-sized web shot, which looks just as good, and it has a ring at the end of it to fit around his wrist. So the way you attach this and This tiny web shot is you take one of his hands off, slide this over the wrist peg, and then put a hand in front of it to keep it in place. I will be demonstrating that with this tiny little web shot as well in a few moments after we get through the rest of his stuff. He includes a squinting head where his eyes are more squinted than the normal one. It's not super noticeable, but it is there. But I do like the option of a second head. So, wide open eyes, more squinting eyes. He has fists on right now, of course, but he includes 2 web gripping hands which have a hole in them to, hold on to the big web. Now, let me check if that's true with this smooth end. Oh, damn, I was right. Okay. So he can hold the web, the big one, from either end. So you just slot that in there. And there. That works. So he has, symmetrical hands for each side. Comes with 2 of everything. So 2 gripping hands for webs. A left and right thwipping hand. Of course, you gotta have these with Spider-Man. And these are all really good looking. They're simple, but they're good. The lines are good. The red is very vibrant and nice looking. And I really do like the sculpting and molding on these. He also has 2 wall crawling hands where his fingers are angled to, look like he's pressing against something or climbing a wall. Now, these open hands, there is no webbing on the back of the knuckles and the portion of his palm closest to his fingers. I don't know why that is, but I think it looks cool. And then, last but not least, he includes 2 splayed open, somewhat relaxed hands. These look cool. I like them. I like the hand options he includes quite a lot. But these all look pretty good. They're sculpted and detailed just right. Just the way you'd want them to be, really. And now, I'm going to do the webs in a moment, after I go over sculpt, articulation, paint, all that. So, sculpt and paint-wise, it's Spider-Man. You know what colors he is. He's red, blue, black, and white. And he looks damn good. His colors are very nice. The blue portions of his suit on this figure are very shiny. And it looks like his eyes are a little shiny, too. I'm pretty sure you can see the light reflecting off his right thigh there. And it looks pretty damn cool. I like it a lot. So, going over sculpt and paint, it's very simplistic. It looks very nice and very well done. He's as red and blue as he needs to be. It's Spider-Man. He looks fantastic. I really do dig how proportionate he is, how good he looks. Now, as far as I can tell, the only part of him that's not painted are his elbow joints, which it's up to you if you like that or not. I personally don't mind it. And his wrist pegs aren't painted either, but that's a whole different story. But visually, aesthetically, he looks perfect. This is exactly how you'd want Spider-Man to look if you like the classic good old-fashioned suit. I really don't have any complaints or problems with this paint or sculpt whatsoever. He looks fantastic. I'm very, very impressed with it. Now, I'm mostly just fawning over him. Let's go over articulation and movement now. So, at the head, you have a left and a right rock. You have about that much up, about that much down, so not a ton. Rotation, of course, and the head pops off on its own weird little socket. It is keyed, so it only fits on a specific way. But once his head's on there, it's on there. And his neck also has a joint at the bottom of it to allow for a little bit more movement. Now, arms. The arms are a little tricky, in my opinion. So his shoulder can go out to that far, straight out. He has a shoulder rotation, butterfly joint at the shoulder, bicep rotation, double jointed elbow, and the wrist peg can go up and down, or if you want his hand to turn the opposite way, you can just bend it down and turn the hand, and now it's up and down. And that butterfly joint is honestly sculpted and done pretty well. I like it. Midsection, he can not rock very much, but he can crunch forward decently well and back pretty alright. His torso can rotate. Not the most amount of range, but it's functional enough. Nothing at the waist itself, but for his legs, he can kick forward that far and back straight out. His thighs can split pretty well. And his legs have an outwards thigh swivel, but no inward thigh swivel, so they can only turn away from him. Which is a weird decision, but okay. It's not bad, it's just unexpected. Double jointed knee, can kick back that far. Nothing at the knee, so no knee rotation or shin rotation. The toe bend can go straight up, and no downwards on that. The ankle can kick forward that far, and back that far. And the ankle also has a rocker. So it can go pretty far for the most part. Oh, and I actually didn't notice, but the shoulder joint moves up and down with the rest of the arm. Okay. So now to show you how the webs work. Right hand, there it is. So to show you how the webs work, this is going to be a little tricky on camera. You simply slot the web over the peg, try to hold it in place, and you just slowly but surely push that hand into the socket. Oh, it's not on there all the way. And there it is. It's simple and effective, but it's a little hard to do and pull off. But his web's on there. It looks visually very good. Honestly, like, it's not the most elegant solution to getting a web into Spider-Man's hand, but it works. And it looks good. Honestly, it looks quite nice. Oh, and to show you the head swap. So, wide open, normal eyes. And then squinty eyes. Maybe looking a bit angry. Yeah, it looks good. I like him quite a lot, honestly. This is a good figure for posability and mobility. I'm going to have a ton of fun taking pictures with this. I kind of wish he came with a pointing hand for, you know exactly why. I wish he had a pointing hand for the meme. But, nah, I like this Spider-Man. He's really damn good. His neck's a little long, but I can forgive that. I would honestly genuinely rate him a maybe An 8 out of 10. Maybe a 9. I would give it a 9 if there was a bit more movement on the legs in terms of like rotating them, but otherwise, I think he's fantastic. This is a damn good Spider-Man figure. He cost me $87 on Big Bad Toy Store. Most of that was shipping, so, be aware of that price tag. But nah, I'm really happy with him. And if you guys get him, let me know, or if you guys have or get him, let me know what you think of your copy in the comments. Anyways, peace out. I hope y'all have a good one.